Hello everyone, welcome to the new video on this channel. This gonna be a speed build and this video is related to The Sims 4. If you know, there is a new DLC which came out in March and it's called Businesses and Hobbies. So I used this one to build this speed build and I tried to build micro home and a small business on the same lot. It was a little bit of a challenge. If you know, micro homes are the smallest tiny homes. It has only 32 tiles, so I had to fit a space for living for my sim and also a tiny space for a business. In this case, I built a cafe and I had to use a lot of outside space because I couldn't fit much indoors. But you will see it in the video in a little bit. I didn't want to limit myself related to the number of the packs I'm using, so I wasn't counting that, but I was using quite a lot. So if you want to download it, get ready that it contains quite a lot of content for a tiny home. My ID is exactly the same as my name on the YouTube channel, so you can find me in Gallery of The Sims 4 as Absolucy. Also, if you like a lot of gaming content and especially The Sims, consider to subscribe to my channel because I upload a lot of videos related to all The Sims games. Thank you a lot if you will do because it helps me to grow here, and I have to admit that you were guys all amazing lately. I had so much of support of all of you, so thank you so much to all of you who are subscribing, liking and comment on my videos. What you already saw in the video is that I built a shell of this building. When I build micro homes, especially because again they have only 32 tiles, I usually build square or rectangular shape, but in this case I was thinking that we should do something a little bit different. So there is a 2x2 tile room in the back of the building which will be used as a bathroom, and you will see it in a little bit. This build is made in Windenburg, which is European inspired world in The Sims 4. We have another world which came out with the Businesses and Hobbies, which is called Nordhaven. I believe it's pronounced that way, and that is also European inspired, particularly by Nordic countries. I still miss a world which would be inspired by like a Central European countries, because if you don't know, I am originally from the Czech Republic and there is no such a world in The Sims 4 which would look at least closely to where I come from. You can see we already moved inside and we're working on the interior. As I'm working with a really tiny space, I had to go for a bunk bed to use space under. In this case we have a dresser there, and I also don't have enough of room to make like a full-size kitchen. So on this lot there's gonna be only microwave and a tiny fridge and a little counter to work with the food on it, which doesn't require to be cooked. We also have a space for dining, and now I'm gonna work on the bathroom or shower room if you want. In a lot of my micro homes, I use this particular shower because it allows you to walk around the furniture and you can just put it somewhere and it doesn't restrict the access. You can make even smaller bathroom than I have in this build. You can do 3x1 tile, which is gonna be like a long noodle. On one side you can have a toilet, on the other side you can have the sink, and in the middle can be this particular shower or also other showers which don't have like a closed box around. But if you want to do 3x1 bathroom, you have to use move objects on cheat, so you can place the shower against the door that you would walk into that tiny room. Right now I'm decorating the area to make it look a bit more homey, but if you ever lived in a small space, you know that less things are better. This particular bucket that I placed under the sink I will have to remove later because it was restricting my sim from using the sink. So make sure every single time when you're building something that you will playtest your build, because it may look nice but it might not be functional. So that is another advice. If you're building in The Sims a lot, and especially if you're sharing your builds, It is always necessary to play test the building so you don't share something which doesn't work. I have one sign in this build which is not directly functional. It is a sign which came with the businesses and hobbies, and it allows you to open the business, but I like it for the decoration purpose and it does work. It displays when your business is open or closed, but you cannot click on it and directly open or close your business. You will have to open it through the sim menu or through the kiosk, but it will reflect if your business is open or closed. It looks like the icon of the eye, and you will see it a little bit later in the video. In almost every build that I do, I use this rack for clothes or like hanging rack. And let me know, guys, if you feel like we are not having enough of them. Like, I feel that I would want just a simple rack which can just hang on the wall with a couple of hangers. I always have to go around and either create my own with like knobs, or I have to use this one which specifically doesn't have super nice color swatches and it has only 3. So it will be really nice if we had more racks to hang your clothes, because I just feel like almost everybody has that at home. But yeah, like that's just my thing. And now this is the sign I was talking about. It has design of the closed eye, and once you open your business, it is open. I'm also placing the mailbox and some signs which I feel like belong to any cafe which do have like outdoor sign. Because I have very limited space and I didn't want to get bigger than a micro home, I had to place like outdoor toilets or like outback toilets. These particular toilets are quite nice and it does fit to the build. I just changed the color a little bit later. I am also fencing the area because my plan at this point is to make outside space for my Sims, and I wanted them to pay me, of course, to use it. So they will go inside, pay in a kiosk, and then they will go outside and spend time in the garden the way they want, to drink their coffee, read a book, or play some chess, which I will have there too. If you're not familiar with micro homes or small homes, tiny homes, I have a video where I'm explaining every benefit of them. And one of the reasons why I was thinking about building a micro home and also small business, especially when Sims are able to read there, is that I was thinking that Sims who are coming may benefit from the bonuses of micro homes. And my particular Sim who lives there will also benefit from them because they are learning skills faster and everything is more comfortable, etc. So if you want to know what is the benefit of micro / tiny / small home, go check that video. I'm gonna link that in the description and also in a card of this video. And now again, I have to improvise a little bit because in case there's gonna be some rain, I wanted to have covered seating outside, but I couldn't build it with walls, so I used this glass pergola, or I don't know how you call it, we call it pergola usually. So that is a small workaround how to have covered place for your Sims to be outside and not get rained on. However, I still have that bag when it rains inside. Well, but at least they will not get soaked on, hopefully. I wanted to place these lamps outside, but at the end I didn't include them because I feel like they're too big for the space. So I replaced them by these lights which are along the path where the Sims will go outside. I always have to switch the time of the day when I'm building to see how it's gonna look when it's dark. So that is a tip for you too. If you're building but you're not super experienced builder, you can change the lighting of the build based on the daytime. So you have a morning, afternoon, evening and night. So give it a try because it gives you different lighting. And also it's nice to actually use that when you're taking picture for your build because it has different ambient light. You can see that I'm including swings outside in case that there will be some kids or your adult Sims will want to swing on the swings. They actually do, and they do read on them. So it's really nice to actually imagine that your adult Sim is swinging, enjoying the time and reading a book there. I included 2 chess tables, as I said before, because I love to have some activities which are developing skills of your Sims. So they can come, they can have a coffee, they can play chess. Now I'm replacing the inside tiny table with the one chair, and I'm placing bookcases because I had this idea when people come in a cafe they usually read. So yeah, I have a bookcase there and Sims can grab a book and read. It's also one of the activities that you set when you start your business, what the Sims will do there. And you will see me setting that up to later in the video because there's gonna be a little gameplay of that particular build. Right now I'm naming my lot, and we are also moving inside to playtest the build. I am removing the bucket which was under the sink because it was not functional, but this way it is. I also rearranged the shower a little bit because I moved it there just in case to make sure that it was not that restricting me from using it, but now I'm placing that back to the back side. I'm gonna let my Sim to use toilet, sink and also the shower to make sure that everything is now functional, and it is, as you can see in the video. Now I will have to set up my business, so I'm naming my cafe to Cafe Relax. I'm writing the description, choosing the icon for it, and then I'm going also for a preset for a cafe, but I'm modifying that so Sims can do more activities. Here I'm also changing the area for my Sim where she's gonna live for residential only, so other Sims will not enter there, and the rest is public and everybody can use it. And now you can see we are open for business. We have some customers coming already, using the kiosk, paying me hourly fee, and also paying me for a coffee or some treats that they can buy. And they are using the swings, reading the book there. This particular Sim is so excited that he ran to the swing. So I'm really glad that they are using it. And that is more or less it from this speed build. Thank you guys so much that you made it so far in the video. I would ask you one more time, if you want to support me here, it would be really great from you if you would consider to subscribe to my channel. If you want, you can download this build in the gallery. The ID is Absolutely. And I hope that I will see you in some of my another video. I have a lot of them on this channel. Thank you for watching and bye!